Some thoughts for today, the Feast of Pentecost. This morning, this Feast of Pentecost should have been my first service in the chapel of St. Michael's Mount for this summer season. We have services on the Mount from the end of May until the end of September, but not this year. It would have meant teaming up with David, one of the organists on the Mount, now for many a year, along with Sonia, another of our organists. Renewing old friendships with the boatmen, the guides, the gardeners, some of whom are residents, and once again being with Mary and James St. Aubin, for whom the Mount is their home. It seems strange not to be there, not with the rest of the Mount team. You are a very special group. I do miss you, and a regular congregation, and you do have a special place in my prayer. I can remember a couple of years ago waiting for the British Lions team to be announced to tour New Zealand. For one young man, known to us, it was an anxious wait. Jack Knoll, born and brought up in Newlyn, graduated from wearing the Mounts Bay School rugby shirt to the Pirate shirt, the Exeter Chiefs shirt and the England shirt, and now hopefully the Lions shirt. When he heard the news of his inclusion in the squad, he was with his Exeter Chiefs clubmates and said, "I found out when I was watching the announcement on TV with the boys, when my name was called out. The fact I was with them made it even more special, as obviously it was down to them that I got an England shirt in the first place." The Lion shirt, such an iconic symbol for rugby players. A shirt that means former foes are now teammates, being part of a unique group who will be there for one another no matter what. It is similar to how Steve Waugh felt about the baggy green. Steve Waugh was the Australian captain when Australian cricket was probably at its peak. He was a tough, committed competitor who loved the heat of the battle. The Australian cricket cap, the baggy green, meant so much to him. He saw it as an important symbol, uniting him to past players and his contemporaries. He admired the kangaroo and emu either side of the cap's crest, two animals that never take a backward step. He loved the fact that it was frayed, as it recalled past battles. It was a huge symbol for Steve Waugh. The Lion shirt, the baggy green, conveying a history, a passion, and a destiny. The last words recorded by the writer of Luke's Gospel and spoken by Jesus to his closest friends are, "Stay in the city then until you are clothed with the power on high." Jesus tells them to wait to receive a new wardrobe, a new set of clothes. They must have wondered what on earth he meant when he said, "clothed with the power from on high." However, they would have been steeped in and remembered the story of the prophets Elijah and his servant Elisha. When Elijah was taken up to heaven, he left his cloak behind. Discarding his own, Elisha picked it up and made the cloak his own, taking on the mission and responsibility of Elijah. The cloak became a symbol of his new authority and responsibility, and with it a new power and energy. You will be clothed from on high. As they waited and wondered on Jesus' words, they must have known that power was what they needed most. At the moment, they were powerless. They were crippled with fear and a huge sense of inadequacy. They were not highly educated, no influential status in society, no money behind them. They must have felt totally inadequate to carry out the work of Jesus, his teaching. They had nothing as they struggled to know what to do and how to do it. On this beautiful morning, we see how the Spirit empowers the apostles. With God's Spirit within them, a huge change occurred. They felt that God somehow believed in them, had not forgotten them, and that they were his team with a sense of purpose, a sense of meaning, and a destiny to fulfill. People who may have been strangers or foes became friends. Where once there were barriers, now there were bridges. Many people seem to feel isolated, shut away, and worthless. I can remember for 5 years at my boarding school in Bude being told I was worthless. I'd never really amount to much. I was not alone. Crushing someone's spirit is perhaps the worst form of abuse. We may not all get to wear a lion's shirt, a baggy green, but one of the messages from today is God in Jesus saying to you and even me, you are special. My Spirit lives in you. You are my team. I have a job that only you can do. You are mine. I trust you. You are part of me, my story, my vision. Know you are my vital team player. Just live in my love. Clothe yourself with my peace, for my team cannot perform without you, what you are and what you do. So Jesus says, live in my Spirit. Keep well, keep safe, and God bless.